shelter. I kind of give you a quick little tour. It's kind of neat. There's a bottom deck and there's a top deck. I'm here by myself right now. I went ahead and occupied part of the upper deck. My concern is mice. I don't know what the mice situation is, and I don't know if anyone else is going to show up. I would say the chances of that are probably fairly slim. I don't think there's a whole lot of people leaving from Springer Mountain to make their way. If they did, this is 3 miles from Springer, so you're not going to want to stop here. But it's late in the day, so you never know who will come walking in. It's always a possibility. Really nice place. I mean, you've got some tent sites there, and the bear box, that's where my food is right now. The privy is down that way, and it looks to be a pretty nice one. I haven't been down there. There's also right down there, there's some good tent pads for tenting. This is right here. This is the logbook, and they put all sorts of things in here, and give you some pens, and then people, of course, write about their experiences here. And there are some really recent ones. 527. Some kid got a hold of this. 530, 531, 531, and today, a couple of old guys hobbling down the AT. What's that say? Shuffling off to Long Creek Falls, which is further on down. I'm not sure how much further. And there's my entry today, just basically saying what I did. It's really interesting. And here are some sketchbooks, and people draw stuff in there. I guess mainly there's some kids. This one here, this one's not from a kid. It says, "To the people who sleep in the loft, mice are plentiful. And if you're scared of bears, you're safe. People downstairs, don't fear. They will get visited first." So, just you see some of the artwork here. And this is really a nice, I hear some voices. Can't tell if they're coming from Springer or up, but there's some really cool stuff in there. A lot of people stop off and have lunch here and things like that. But this shelter really is kind of one of the nicer ones. I saw several people talk about that. Hello. Well, still on day 2. I think I've finished 12 miles. I've got 1 more mile to go, and it's all uphill there, on up and over. I'm headed to Gooch Gap, and just past there, there's a shelter, and that's where I'm gonna stay for the end of day 2, which actually puts me about 8 miles ahead of schedule, so that's a good thing. If you look around here, this is absolutely beautiful. I don't think the camera can really pick it up, but if you look at the environment here, especially this time of year, see all this? The nickname for the AT is the Green Tunnel, and It is no joke. You walk under these heavily canopied areas, and it's a partly cloudy day today, but I just came through an area just up there. You could have used your headlamp. I mean, it was so dark in there because of all the leaf cover. But I'm just taking a break now. The key to doing, 10 plus miles and having, and not having it just utterly run you into the ground is to take frequent breaks and to stay hydrated. I'm about to go filter my water from that stream, and I'm going to drink this as much as I can and then replenish it. I've got another liter bottle, but I'm not going to fill that up. There's a creek just before the shelter, and I will camel up, as they say, all my water bottles. That'll give me 2 liters. Actually, I'll even throw in and fill up the bag here, which holds about half a liter, so it'll give me 2.5 liters for tonight. Well, here it is, day 5. I'm about 6 miles in for the day. On top of, I don't know what mountain. This is the second one for today. I think it's probably the last one for today. I don't know if you can see the view. Kind of hazy today, but it's real pretty. The rain is supposed to move in around 4, and I've got about 5 miles to the shelter, and I should get there in plenty of time to beat the rain tonight or this afternoon. And then tomorrow it's going to be interesting. It's supposed to storm Friday, and I think be okay Saturday maybe. Things are going good. My knee is feeling a lot better. I think it's finally adjusted to all the climbing I'm doing, and so far so good. Right now it's all about the weather. What is the weather going to do? When you're up on these ridge lines, you do not want to hike along them in a thunderstorm. It's extremely dangerous, and it's scary. I've done it once, and I never want to do it again. So anyway, I just want to check in with you and kind of give you an update. All right, talk to you later. Well, made it to Trey Mountain Shelter. Had to climb three mountains today. Blue Mountain, which we basically climbed yesterday. It wasn't too bad. And then Rocky Mountain, that was steep. That really had a punch to it. And then Trey Mountain was pretty good, no doubt about it. It was a long pull, and just kept going up and up and up. It's kind of how the terrain is out here. This is what the shelter looks like. This is my stuff here, and you can stack about 6 or 7 people in here. I know for a fact there are others that I camped with last night there that are headed here. There is another shelter 4 miles down the trail, Deep Gap Shelter, and I don't know, some of those folks may push on to that. It's just nice to have a shelter. It's not my favorite form of camping. I would probably rather be in my tent, but with this rain, you can't beat it. I mean, you don't have to mess with a wet tent in the morning and all of that sort of stuff. So you just roll up your sleeping pad, change your clothes, pack everything up and go. So they're not the most luxurious accommodations, but for what you're doing, it works. And just kind of wanted to get you updated. A bunch of rain moved in last night, and we knew it was coming, and it poured and poured and poured, and it's supposed to rain all day today, and that's why you see me in my rain garb. You sweat so much, the rain protection doesn't keep you dry, but up here, the nice thing is you get some windy mountaintops, and at least it breaks that wind channel flow, whatever you want to call it, so you don't get chilled. I tell you what, getting sick out here, catching a cold, is very easy to do. You're putting your body through so much, and it just gets run down. Your sleep is only so good. I slept fairly well last night, but the night before I didn't, because there was some guy in there in the shelter just snoring all night long, and everybody suffered. It wasn't just me. But so we did 8 miles yesterday. I got to the shelter early and just rest. I'm running a little low on food, but I'm not worried about that. Here comes some rain. Ooh. All right, well, here's show you this. That's the AT blazes, and it shows me that the trail is about to switch directions. That's why you see the double blaze on there. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just it's beautiful out here. It's very foggy this morning. In some places you couldn't see 25 feet, 30 feet in front of you, if that. It was dark. You could even use your headlamp. I'm coming to a area now that's a little brighter, but you have to watch your step on these rocks because it is so easy to slip and fall. Trekking poles today are a must. Some people don't use them. I am not one of those people. But so that's how my morning's going. I'll try to record something a little later. It's really hard to record out here. It takes every ounce of energy you have just to do this, and then to have the extra energy to record and take pictures along the way is kind of tough sometimes. You just want to get to the shelter or wherever you're camping and just relax.